Hi, I'm Leah. This video is the recipe for the cacao drink that I was talking about recently in a video that I made about the shutdowns that I've been going through with Asperger's and how this drink had helped me. It's a drink that I make anyway, but I hadn't had it for a while, and I intuitively made it for myself, and then it really helped. And so I looked up online afterwards, and there is some information about how cacao can really help with Asperger's and ADHD. So I said I'd share the recipe, and I made it today. So I've got everything out ready to show you. So this is for anybody, but it's just that's how it came up. That's how it came up, and that some people wanted the recipe for it. So yeah, I'm going to make it now. So I've got a high-speed blender to make it in. So put this a bit closer. There we go. I've got a high-speed blender to make it in, and I've got everything out ready, so I'll just talk you through it. And I make different versions all the time, so sometimes I put different ingredients in, and I'll share. There's another really nice recipe that I make, which I'll share soon when I make it. So first of all, the first thing I put into the blender is I've got a Cacao Nibs, which is basically the whole cacao bean, but with the skin taken off, and then the bean breaks up. So it's just raw. And I can maybe get a little tip out if I go. There we go. So that's the Cacao Nibs. But you could use, also you could use cacao liquor as well, which is, or paste, I'm not sure which it's called, but it's basically like this but ground up into like a hard block, which you can grate up and put in, which is the same, so, which works the same. So yeah, raw cacao nibs in first, and that is these are just I don't know what you call them in other countries. We call them dessert spoons. Actually, it's probably not a dessert spoon. It's just a normal spoon. It's like a normal. It's not a tablespoon. It's just a normal sized spoon. So I've put the cacao nibs in, and so that's 3 of these, and then I've got some cacao powder, and I'm going to put in 2 of these, so they're just slightly rounded, and then I'll put some. I get this cacao powder from my friends Tad and Pablo, so I'll put a link to them in the description because it's really lovely cacao. It's the nicest I've ever had. So this next ingredient is orange zest. So I've got a peeler, a vegetable peeler, which actually takes off really thin peeling, so it doesn't take off the white bit. And if I show you when I've took it off, it's orange on both sides. It's got none of the white bit in it because that would be really bitter. I don't want that in there. So I use this, but if not, then I would just use a zester because that will just take the orange bit off. So I've got 3 peelings off the orange zest going in. If you don't like orange, then you don't need to put it in, and you can adjust these ingredients to what you like. And then I've got a handful of cashew nuts. Sometimes I use hemp seed, shelled hemp seed, without the shells on. Next I put in some ginger, and I've wrote it down. Teaspoon. So I've got, yeah, this is a flat teaspoon of ginger powder going in, and the same as cinnamon. This is just what I like to add in. It's the cacao that I want the medicine from, but obviously ginger and cinnamon has got really good medicine in it as well, and I really like the taste of it, so I put that in, but you can adjust it how you like. Next I've got some maca, and I'm putting in, well, find your own right levels of how much maca you like. I'll put in 2 teaspoons. And then I've got some cayenne pepper. This is really spicy one. So I'll put in like a tip of a teaspoon, but again, put it into your own taste. I really like putting cayenne pepper or chili into cacao drinks. And then I've got Again, you don't have to put it in, but I like to put some other superfoods in. I've got some chaga, so I'll put in my own dose of chaga that I like. So do your research on how much you like to have, or if it's suitable for you and stuff. But there's some reishi going in, and I've also got some turmeric to put in today. So I put in about a flat teaspoon of turmeric and a little bit of black pepper with that. That's just to activate the curcumin in the turmeric. And then I put other things in at different times, you know, different days I put different things in. Like sometimes I put astragalus in, sometimes I put cordyceps mushroom in, and different medicinal superfoods. Another thing that I always put in is a pinch of salt, so that's going in now. And then I put that in with just a drop of cold water to begin with, just enough to cover the ingredients that's in the blender. So it's going to be loud now. Sorry. And then I'm going to put a drop more cold water in, and it's going to be loud again in a sec. So that's about a cup of cold water, and then I'll top the rest up with hot water, so I'll just go and put that in there, and I'm going to top it up to a litre. Okay, it's going to be loud again. So blend that until it's smooth, because there's the cashew nuts or hemp seeds or whatever you put in there, and there's also the orange zest, which needs to not be bitty, so I'll blend that for a bit longer usually. And then and also if you use cacao nibs, then they need to really blend up well, so yeah, normally I blend it for a bit longer, so just check it and see if it needs blending more. And then just pour out a cup for the day, and then sweeten it to taste. I use honey, raw honey, or you could put whatever sweetener you like in there. And so I have that for the day, and then when that's gone cold, I'll put that in a jar in the fridge, and I haven't got a jar, but I'll put it in this glass so that you can see it, which is heat proof. So yeah, that will go in a jar, a sealed jar in the fridge, and then I'll probably use that within a couple of days. So that's it finished. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about that really. So that's the recipe, and I'll share another recipe soon for another kind of cacao drink that I like to make. So